Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit.
Citizens of the Reject Nation, demons of the Reject Underworld, we're here for John Constantine. I'm John Constantine, and this is Aaron Alexander. Hi. It's another Action Adventure Friday, or maybe it's Wildcard Wednesday, but we have a movie-based, genre-based schedule here.
That's good.
I'm like, it's, you know, there's gonna be a lot of Keanu throughout this video, and it's weird because like there are different eras of Keanu, and I'm stuck in, I don't know, one from the 90s. Anyway,
Felt right though.
Check out Constantine. I'm very excited. I'm a huge Keanu fan, obviously, and I've been aware of this movie throughout the years. And checking out some of the DC animated stuff, some of the highest watermarks involved Constantine, or maybe were Constantine, you know, titled movies. So I am curious to see how this one translates. Obviously, I think there's a certain degree of knowing that it's not maybe the definitive DC Comics take, but nonetheless, here on an Action Friday, I am excited. Aaron,
Donald.
how you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. I'm excited. I just watched another horror-esque supernatural, I don't know if they count a supernatural based film.
Okay.
You can probably judge by the shirt I'm wearing. Not John's shirt, but my shirt today.
Variants,
Variants,
colorways, collect them all.
We just happen to be wearing the same shirt today. I'm hyped for this movie. I've never seen it. I have seen, I think his name's Matt Ryan's Constantine iteration, both in Legends of Tomorrow and in his own series. That's my exposure to Constantine. So to see that Keanu Reeves was Constantine, something I'm aware of, that I had awareness of in the ethos of my childhood, I'm excited to finally see it as an adult, as a comic book fan, and because they're working on a sequel that's coming out. Yeah, they've been trying to cook.
Pitch, Constantine Amalgamated Universe crossover with Nick Cage Ghost Rider.
Ooh, I need it now. I want that. Make that movie happen, please. James Gunn and Kevin Feige.
That's right.
But yeah, I'm hyped. I don't know what's in store for this movie. I think the creative team came back for the sequel, so let's see if this is worth the excitement and if we want to watch a sequel to it. I love Keanu, so I have a feeling we will.
I always want to. I am very, very excited, as I stated at the top. This is one of those movies. It's like Blade, which I still feel bad for you.
You will have to watch seen the Blade.
In 10 years, when Marvel finally gets it together, you will watch Blade. But, you know, this is a movie that, has been on my radar for so long, and I've been, like, waiting for the day that it, you know, the stars align.
Yes.
And so, like, I'm giddy with glee. And if you want to see every inch of that excitement, you can come on over to patreon.com/TheRealRejects, where you can sync up with your own copy. I said what I said, Aaron. There will be a time code. We're going to watch this off of Netflix today. But hey, if you want to rent it off Amazon, if you want to buy your own physical copy, we support all that stuff. And there will be a way for you to sync up regardless. And it also just is a big help here at the channel. We have a great community of people over there. So for morale, it's good, but also copyrights and stuff, and just what it means to persist on YouTube in the year of our Lord 2025 is it's always a rodeo. So that helps to offset some of that strangeness, and you get a little extra 15% off if you want any sort of Reject Nation Shop.com apparel. I think that's all the housekeeping.
Yes.
It's time for John Constantine.
Ooh, I love a spooky version of the bumper. Give me the spooky bumper.
Warner Bros. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, Village Roadshow. R.I.P. They used to produce everything.
Oh, man. Vertigo DC Comics. Nice.
Also cool. How many Vertigo imprint movies have there been?
He who possesses the spear of destiny holds the fate of the world in his hands.
Spear of Destiny.
'Cause it's the spear of destiny, child. All right. It's like a burnt out old church. El Camino.
Mexico, perhaps, possibly. I don't know. I could be wrong.
What do we got?
Would that be? there's stuff in there. I wouldn't stick my hand in there, especially with all those pieces of wood sticking out. I might get a splinter. Nazis!
Oh, no. No. Oh, with the cross over top, too.
Oh,
Good
Spear
frame.
of Destiny? Oh, that's a dagger.
Is that like the spear that pierced the side of Christ? Is it one of those?
Possible. Oh, that was an interesting pan out for a second.
Yeah. Pull back.
Yeah, it looks like someone's watching him.
It's kind of Evil Deadish. Yeah, like some kind of presence.
Monster can.
Dude, that eye, you gotta get that looked at.
Yeah.
What the hell? That was a really good version of that, yeah.
I did not see that coming in the slightest. It hit the hell out of him. He pinned that crap in. Woo. You think this man is a pole?
Oh, boy.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a cool
He's
image,
alive.
too. Fascinating.
Okay. I wonder if the drivers are all right.
Constantine.
It's a good tone setter.
Definitely.
Ooh, Philippines. Pinoy pride, as Greg would say. Uh-oh. Whoa!
Oh, my. Oh, someone's dead. Is he hung? Oh, no. Whoa,
no.
demon.
Exorcism shit.
Uh-oh.
They cribbed that for the poster to the last exorcism. Yeah, the cigarette.
Ah, nice. 3D sig.
Go. Let's go. Fun shots. Very visually striking.
I love the symmetry. Nice.
You didn't even finish the last one.
This man's in the chain gang.
I think I found you one.
Pruitt Taylor Vince.
Oh, it's Pa Kent.
As soon as I couldn't pull it out myself, I called you, John.
Oh, Padre.
I like to imagine them talking about a splinter.
Yep.
I can't do it.
Do it.
You take the tweezers.
You're the best guy I know.
It's a very orange movie so far. Or tungsten, I should say. Tungsten.
Yeah, save this one.
Yep. I do love how much the cigarettes are characters already, though. Oh, she got the J-horror hair. Whoa!
He hasn't even said a word yet. Let it burn. Gotta let it burn.
God, I remember when that song was huge.
Usher teen.
This is Constantine.
There he is.
John Constantine.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Asshole.
Sure.
Oh my.
The power of Christ compels
Shake
you.
'em. Whoa.
Eerie.
What the hell?
What the helly?
Little dwindling thread of smoke.
Whoa!
Okay.
Bitch.
I need a mirror. Now, at least 3 feet high.
Fascinating.
Oh man.
This is going to be fascinating, like as an Elseworlds experiment.
I know. I already love this.
It's weird, like as clear as it is to even me, a noob, that like,
Shia?
oh my God,
What the hell?
Chas Kramer, asshole.
this was from the era too of Shia is every like
This is Kramer.
Chas
Kramer, asshole.
every like badass early 2000s.
Assistant.
Yeah. He's everyone's kid helper.
Hey, cars move.
It's got to be more than just this and an iRobot. Like,
Shia's an iRobot?
yeah.
What? I need to rewatch that. I've not seen that.
He's
since I was
his
a
young
kid.
buddy who swears, even though he's a young guy.
I do not remember that. Wow.
Close your eyes. And whatever happens, don't look.
Oh.
Someone's gonna look.
I love that this is like a community thing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Of course he looked. Of course he did. Whoa, he got old.
Whoa.
Oh, my.
Oh, but Constantine can look.
Oh, he's getting,
Yeah, that
he's
is
still getting old.
bonkers.
Here, just bite it back.
Oh.
Smile pretty, you big prick.
Whoa! Oh!
Oh.
That's insane.
Creepy. Oh no.
Whoa.
This is a very creative sequence.
Super creative. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Such imagination. Like,
Oh.
I can confidently say I've never seen something like this in a movie before.
Whoa. Cool. Pretty dang cool.
Nice. I wonder if this is inspired directly by a specific comic. Also a great way to introduce us to the character.
Oh no.
She's been drawing it.
The blade.
Like
Oh.
I said, I found you something, didn't I, John? Didn't I? What happened in there?
Looks like a spearhead.
Oh no, he's doing the
it's
coin guy
villain.
thing. Yeah.
Going to a lot of meetings, I see.
Keeps the voices out so I can sleep.
No, buddy.
I need some help, Father.
Padre.
You do? For me? What kind of aid?
That exorcism wasn't right.
What was wrong with it?
Listen to the ether. Anything unusual, let me know. Come on, you don't need its protection.
I've seen that symbol before. I just don't remember where.
Okay, for you, John.
Sigil and pendant experts, comment below.
Why would you do that if you know it's not my car?
Told you to move.
You're right, John. You did tell me to move it, but if you would have told me that it was a 300-pound mirror you were dropping with a pissed-off demon, I would have moved it further, John.
Bull, John.
For now, maybe I could help out.
John. Sorry.
Nope. Is that a reference to something?
Go watch the YMS Lion King video.
Oh.
And anytime you hear the word John, you'll hear John in your mind. Damn, look at all those water jugs.
This man is troubled.
Are those holy? Did you bless them? Oh, Rachel Weisz.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
Of Mummy and Black Widow fame?
Yeah.
It's been
1 week since you looked at me.
2 weeks since my last confession. Killed a man today.
Mama.
I didn't even see his face. I just pulled the trigger and he went away.
I mean,
That's usually what happens.
Why do I always know where these guys are?
you got the gift.
Where to aim, when to fire? I'm wondering if there's something wrong with me, Father.
Just got that sense.
God has a plan for you. He has a plan for us all. You mustn't let your faith be overshadowed by guilt.
Damn.
Whoa.
This movie has really cool atmosphere and like really cool character intros. And again, in fitting with like the side of the universe and the character, all this occult and religious imagery, like very strong. Whoa. Whoa.
Beautiful symmetrical shots.
It's all for you, Damien.
Whoa.
Yeah, this has like a really, I could feel the storyboards. It feels like panels in a comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Very inspired movie. He's got baptized. Oh man, great. Zoom in. Oof. Whoa!
The pupils.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
A dream within a dream. Love the way this is shot.
Oh, little guy. Yeah, because too, whenever they move the camera, it really is like, whoa, one image morphing into another image. Like motion doesn't always feel like that intentional, but
Ooh.
Things most people never even heard of.
lucky strike.
And now I'm gonna be done it by this.
Oh, we're doing the lung cancer.
You save me before you can do it again, right?
This is aggressive.
Uh-oh.
20 years ago, you didn't want to be here. Now you don't want to leave. Yeah, that's a good idea.
In the hospital.
Like, might as well.
John, you really need to prepare. Make arrangements.
I already know exactly where I'm going.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Detective?
Angela, wait. You don't need to see this, okay? No.
Oh no.
Give us the room,
Oh,
please.
this guy. These guys in a bunch of stuff.
Oh, is she seeing the vision of a girl who actually died?
Is she like gonna be able to tell who did it and track him down? Whoa.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, she's like in her POV. Ooh. Damn.
That's crazy. Your twin sister?
She fell from the roof.
Yeah, it looks like her. I think it's her twin.
I know it's hard to accept. She was sick.
Oh,
Angie, there were security cameras.
damn, that sweat.
That drip.
That tear sweat. They say twins have special connections.
Hold the door. You going down?
And if I can help.
In an earlier round.
You you know what she meant, man. I know you're cool and all, but of all the contortions to make this into a star vehicle, like, whoa.
Holy crap.
Famine. Whoa!
That's insane.
Not a bad effect.
Holy crap. And it's very effective.
Yeah.
Okay. This thread is coming, whatever it is.
My man.
My man
the
just
vinyl.
possessed.
Oh!
I love their
The one you've been waiting
distinct colors. Like, yeah, the fact this is all green and beautiful.
Bullet shavings from the assassination attempt on the Pope.
Wowie.
Holy water ampules from the River Jordan.
Ampules.
Screech beetle from Amityville.
Amityville.
Funny to you, but to the fallen, that's like nails on a chalkboard.
Noisy cricket.
What is it exactly with you and bugs?
I just like them.
This is like a supernatural Lucius Fox.
Yeah. I'm an entomologist.
Yeah, easy there, hero. It's dragon's breath.
Thought you couldn't get it anymore.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
This guy's that guy. Whoa! Don't just.
Whoa, you gotta savor that, man. You need to use that later.
What's the action?
I just pulled a soldier demon out of a little girl.
Yeah.
Looked like he was trying to come through.
Well, they can work us, but they can't come through onto our plane.
Yet.
Anything else?
Wouldn't happen to have any beforehand.
Oh.
How much longer do I have to be your slave, John?
John?
You're not my slave, Chaz. Very appreciated apprentice.
Oh, it's Chaz. Familiar. I know they probably said his name earlier, but I'm trying to remember where.
John? John?
That's like
John?
his dialogue.
Like, drink every time he says John.
Oh, we're done.
Spear.
I'd like a library card.
May I take your coat, Mr. Constantine?
No, thanks. I'm not going to stay long.
And it's a signature part of my look.
I really need to speak with him. It's very important.
First come, first served.
So you're rude no matter where you are.
Where are we? Are we just post Mummy and Matrix?
I believe so, yes. 2005.
Oh, sure. Okay, so we're a handful of years ahead.
You have news.
Yes, I spoke with Bishop.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
Oh.
Wowie. Nice.
I know what you want.
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda.
Keeping your all-seeing eye on me, Gabriel.
Oh.
Gabriel.
I could offer something about how a shepherd leads even the most wayward of his flock.
Mm-hmm.
But it might sound disingenuous.
She has to have a Catholic funeral, Father. She has to.
Angela, it's still considered a mortal sin.
Oh, no.
You know the rules, Angela.
Oh, rules. Father, David.
Davy.
This is Isabel. God was the only one she ever believed loved her. Please.
She wouldn't do anything to upset his...
I've been seeing some unusual soul traffic lately. Might consider giving me an extension. Do your side some good these days.
He's still trying to buy your way into heaven?
What about the minions I've sent back? That alone should guarantee my
How
entry.
many times have I told you?
You know, send back a boss.
That's not the way this works.
Why haven't I served him?
Looks like Sanji from One Piece. That suit.
My name is Sanji. What can I get for you?
What does he want from me?
Only the usual.
Great look, though.
Self-sacrifice, belief.
I believe for Christ's sake.
No, you know. You've seen.
I never asked to see. I was born with this curse.
A gift, John.
A reluctant hero.
One that you've squandered on selfish endeavors.
On cigarettes.
I've pulled demons out of little girls. Who's that for?
The little girls.
Everything you've ever done, you've only ever done for yourself. To earn your way back into his good graces.
Endless regulations. Who goes up? Who goes down?
All this red tape. Oh, threw the book at her. At him.
Literally.
At them.
You're the one who should go to hell, half-breed.
Cool. Cool trick.
Why me, Gabriel? It's personal, isn't it?
Whoa.
I didn't go to church enough. I didn't pray enough. It's $5 short in a collection plate. Why?
Yeah. You drive yourself crazy asking these questions.
You are going to die young because you smoked 30 cigarettes a day since you were 15. And you're going to go to hell because of the life you took.
Life singular?
Who was that?
You're fucked.
Funny.
Fun scene.
Very fun scene.
Fun scene. Androgynous King Tilda Swinton.
I was about to say, I'm sure that was someone's awakening in her in this role.
Oh my God, I'm over here like, shit. Who am I?
You always had a rotten sense of humor.
Good shot.
And his punchlines are killers.
Knockouts. Each one. Whoa.
Oh, cool.
Whoa.
What are we looking at? Some aluminum foil.
Very cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to keep the radiation out.
Squeaky Priest. Oh, whoa. Fascinating.
He's in a really cool movie called Identity. James Mangold directed.
Whoa, what the freak?
Whoa!
What the hell is happening to you, dog?
Doing that research for your man. Oh, Isabel. I wonder if they I don't think he's fully blind, but he has a particular kind of partial blindness, I think. I wonder if they cast him partly because of the way his eyes move.
That's a good question.
It's always one distinct thing I've noticed about him.
Sorry, is he? Constantine.
Why'd you say that name? She looked into the camera and said his name.
That's not the button.
That's not the button. That's not the same thing.
The button you're looking for is to the right.
That's so funny.
God, that hair. Oh my God, great handwriting.
It's flip phone sometimes.
All right. Folding phones is not the same. Wow. This is fun.
Every phone in my building.
That's kind of creepy.
It is super creepy, yeah.
It's like, and all the crosses around. Like, it's like all the bells going off in Scrooge's house or something.
This movie was brought to you by 76.
Yeah.
Get your gas
Symmetry.
today.
This movie is brought to you by Big Oil. Big Petroleum's bankrolling John Constantine. Oh no.
And Chevy.
A new Chevy.
All the product placements keep making me sick.
Yeah. All this corporate muck.
Even the rats can't stand it.
Gagging on.
Oh,
Whoa,
crab!
Crab.
Hey, buddy, got a bite?
Uh-oh. You know he does. Whoa!
B-Man.
Cool. Damn.
Bugman, holy crap. Oh, jeez.
Bugman.
Freaky
Wow.
as hell. Amazing creature design.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. And like very smart.
Business exorcist.
And still looks good for 2005.
No, I was gonna say like they're conceiving of how to present the effects in a smart way. Oh. Wow. I'd have done that slime practically.
On all the buttons.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm on camera.
Fun.
Nice.
I know where you're going, John. I know where you're going. You're going to Midnite. Supposed to be waiting in the cab.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Or Hollywood and Vine.
oh yeah.
What?
2 frogs on a bench.
Hey.
2 frogs on a bench.
No.
I'm with the guy you just... John!
Yeah.
He's rat in a dress. Of course it is. Rat in a dress.
Oh.
I'm just testing. I'm just testing.
I'm just testing.
Don't get up.
Whoa.
You've been absent some time.
Is it?
You come here with relics to sell?
Djimon Hounsou!
More surprise, Djimon Hounsou?
What? What the hell?
I thought I heard thunder last night. Must have been Satan's stomach growling. I am most certain you did not come here for a sympathetic shoulder to cry on.
A demon just attacked me right out in the open on Figueroa.
Hey.
Demons stay in hell, angels in heaven, the great detente of the original superpowers.
I need to use the chair.
You know I am neutral, and as long as the balance is maintained, I take no sides.
Oh, centrist, eh?
This isn't the usual game. I can feel it. Something's coming.
Ooh, spooky.
My man.
That expression alone has...
Who's this guy?
I'll deport your sorry ass right where you stand, you half shit.
Whoa.
You know the rules of my house.
Cool.
Word is,
Wait.
you're on your way down.
No.
Fresh meat.
If I can help it.
Ooh.
Finger looking good.
I'm going to start doing that to people.
Finger looking good.
Finger looking good.
Oh.
I didn't catch that.
Oh, no.
That almost looks like Jude Law.
No, you're supposed to play Ready, Steady, Go in the club action sequence.
John, I got into the club. John?
John! I guess the chord right, John.
Oh, God. So funny.
Oh.
Mr. Constantine, I saw
I
you.
remember.
And then I saw you at the...
Regular kismet.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, if that'd be okay.
Oh.
Well, maybe you could just listen then.
Huh?
Please.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Listen to the law.
My sister was murdered
There's more of
yesterday.
an office.
Sorry to hear.
Thanks. Look, I've heard your name around the precinct. I know the circles you travel in, the occult, demonology, exorcisms.
More pentagrams than circles.
Well, I thought that with your background, you could at least point me in the right direction.
Yeah, okay, sure.
The door.
My sister was a devout Catholic. Do you understand what that means? That means if she'd taken her own
Her
life...
soul would go straight to hell.
God damn you.
Oh.
Oh. The demons are coming. The demons are coming.
Damn.
It's the title sequence.
Yeah.
Where the logos.
It's all the bits of the bumpers flying by. There goes Village Roadshow.
There goes where to go.
What if I told you that God and the devil made a wager, kind of standing bet for the souls of all mankind?
I tell you to stay on your meds.
Humor me. No direct contact with humans. That would be the rule.
It's a fiddle competition.
Why?
Who knows? Maybe just for the fun of it. No telling.
Oh, so it's fun. It's fun when a man beats his wife to death and you think the devil is responsible.
He finds that shit fun.
I don't believe in the devil.
You should. He believes in you.
Ooh. God believes in Claude. Ooh.
Believe in that.
Coincidence.
Follow the lights. Turn off the lights out here, baby.
Broadway is dark tonight.
Extra dark. Don't want you to see this.
Not likely.
Ooh.
Wow.
Fun.
What?
Fun.
We should go. Now.
Botanica El Buddha.
Jesus is the only thing still giving you light.
What is that?
Wings. Maybe talons.
You're kidding.
Winged things often have talons.
Something that's not supposed to be here.
ADR.
Whoa!
That's really not going to help.
Carve some sigils on it. Make it magic. Make it a magic gun.
Put some holy water on it.
Why?
Use the holy hand grenade.
Shoot yourself.
Someone do some crazy shit.
Whoa. Whoa! Damn! Whoa.
Wow.
Jesus! Whoa!
Yeah, exactly.
Scorch him with holy fire.
Cool.
That was very cool.
What were those things?
Demons? Scavengers of the damned.
That's my band.
I don't think they were after me.
dude. She's right between the arms.
She wouldn't commit suicide.
Isabel.
Show him the tape.
Well, let's be sure.
Just rewind it properly this time.
Oh. I thought we were. That's funny. I thought they were going to be gone. Was there something on that bus?
Keep you on your toes.
Oh, was it supposed to be hot or cold?
In front of the chair.
Can't believe I'm doing this.
Is all of Isabel's things?
Yeah.
I know my feet would definitely not fit in that pot.
Ooh, fun.
Shoes on still is
I need
crazy.
you to leave.
Shoes on, team.
I'm sorry.
Angela, please.
Yo, Angela.
The apartment.
Los Angeles.
There you go.
Okay.
All the way.
Be careful with that cat.
Yup.
Aw.
And how?
God, I hate this part.
Oh, Christ.
What the hell are you about to do, dude? It's about to talk to you?
Whoa. Wow.
Building up the tension of it.
Whoa.
It's like an instantaneous thing. I'm taking it.
Dang.
I love how they're building this up.
Ooh.
Wow, so much character in this movie.
Whoa.
What the hell?
Who is the casting director on this film? Oh, fun.
Is he? Oh, he's in hell?
We are in hell.
Oh, wow.
You're in hell.
Whoa.
This is hell.
Whoa. Looks like tendrils on the cars.
Yeah, totally.
I wonder how they even conceptually came up with a set like this. This is insane.
Whoa. Wow. Demon rave. It's like Zion in here. Oh. Isabel.
She doesn't look like she's suffering. I thought she'd be, suffering more down here. She kind of seems like she's looking out.
No. Grab it. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Cool. Whoa.
As soon as he closed the door, that's what happened.
Oh. Damn, dude.
Crazy.
How is this possible?
I need to eat.
Yeah. A carbo load.
Why she didn't just show him the footage? I was like, I feel like you could have extrapolated they were twins from that.
Ooh, no. 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 Nope.
No.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Get
nope,
out
nope.
of the morgue.
This movie would make a cool haunted house.
He's reading the room.
Ooh. There she is. Oh. Creepy.
Oh, cool.
The sigil.
Sigil's coming back.
Whoa. My man.
You're dry, you're bone dry, buddy.
Oh, no.
Relax, man.
Push him, push him. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, poor guy.
Needs a cold one. Oh,
Oh,
cruel.
the demons won't let him drink.
Oh, no. This guy.
This frickin' guy. Jude Lawless.
Yeah. No.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh.
What if you try to eat something? Oh. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Is it pouring out of you?
Ew.
What the hell is happening? Oh, God. What the freak is happening?
Ew.
The liquor's spilling out of you. What the hell?
Ew.
Oh, God. Are you making him stab himself?
Dick.
What the hell?
No.
He's drowning in his own liquid?
It's like all that drink, all that.
Oh, no. So did he actually drink it then? I don't know.
Reject Nation, fun fact for you guys. When we started this channel, we were actually trying to become critics in the newspaper. We just wanted to get noticed for that. So the last thing we ever expected was that this small channel would turn into an actual career, a business that we own. So first off, thank you, because that's large part, primarily thanks to you guys. Thank you. And with it being a business, a big part of that extension has become rejectnationshop.com, which gratefully has become an actual source of income for us. And of course, that's thanks to you guys. And the site of rejectnationshop.com would not have been possible without Shopify. I'm so glad that we get to partner up with companies which they have products that we were already using, so this makes it a lot more natural. For you guys that don't know, Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you start, run, and grow your business. Whether you're selling t-shirts or turning your side hustle into a full-time gig, Shopify simplifies every step, from inventory and payments to shipping and customer communication. And what I love is how user-friendly, how beginner-friendly it is. I'm not really like a tech guy, despite what we've been able to accomplish. But that's the beautiful part about Shopify. It made the process feel doable, even exciting. It gave us the confidence to launch something and help turn an idea into something real that we are, of course, proud of. And what I'm here to say is if you want that experience, you can have that too. So if you've launched your own brand or you're thinking about launching your own brand for something, Shopify is the place to do it. You don't need a huge following or need to know everything on day one. Just take the leap. Plus, a great thing, they have a 24/7 customer support, so we never feel like stuck for long. So if you've got an idea that you have been sitting on, turn that what if into a why not, and give yourself the best shot at success. Visit shopify.com/realrejects to start your free trial and get one step closer to building something you love. That's shopify.com/realrejects. Thank you again, Shopify, for not only sponsoring this video, but helping us actually grow our now business. Thank you.
Angels and demons can't cross over onto our plane. So instead we get what I call half-breeds. The influence peddlers.
Ugh. Grim.
Those with the demon's touch. Like those part angel.
Whoa.
Living alongside us. They call it the balance.
Okay.
I call it hypocritical bullshit. So when a half-breed breaks the rules, I deport their sorry ass straight back to hell. I don't get them all, but I've been hoping to get enough to ensure my retirement.
So they're half human, half demon, or half human, half angel?
Yeah.
I'm a suicide, Angela.
Oh no.
When I die, the rules say I've got just one place to go.
You're trying to buy your way into heaven.
What would you do if you were sentenced to a prison where half the inmates were put there by you?
Oh no.
When we were little, Isabel saw things too.
Uh-oh. She could take up a smoking habit?
Guard spotted him groping the body, then he ran across the street. Came in here and he had to go at the entire stock. He drowned himself in alcohol in under a minute.
Could have been a member of my fraternity.
Not the time for a joke, bucko.
He's okay.
Oh.
He didn't have it on. Couldn't protect himself anymore. Oh, he's trying to carve something into. Obviously, he was but
trying to call him. Ooh. Ooh. Target acquired.
Got it. Bye.
I need to see where Isabel died.
I need to smell it.
Walk off the roof of a building without leaving something behind. Maybe she left something else. Something a cop would find.
Search the room as a sister.
Twins tend to think alike.
I'm not like my sister.
What did she do, Angela?
I don't know.
You know what she did. What are you afraid of? What did she do, Angela? What did she do?
I don't know!
It's like the "it's not your fault" scene.
When we were girls, we would leave each other messages and light and breath.
Oh.
Oh.
How cool.
Very.
John, there is no 17th act in Corinthians.
Corinthians goes
That
to
we
21
know
days
of.
of Bible in hell.
Oh my. They have a Bible in hell?
Bibles in hell.
My
Paints
thoughts.
a different view of Revelations.
Exactly.
It says the world will not end by God's hand, but be reborn in the embrace of the damned.
Whoa.
This is certainly not good. The sins of the father would only be exceeded by the sins of the son.
Impossible to cross over.
Whose son? God's son?
The devil's son.
Devil had a son too.
Oh.
There it is.
Lou.
Sign of Mammon, the son of the devil.
Mammon.
It says here.
Is there a real son of the devil in the lore?
I don't think so, because there's 21 and
It says
that part of the
Mammon
Bible.
has no patience for his father's rule and yearns to forge his own kingdom of fire and blood.
My world is fire and blood.
Mammon would be the last demon we'd ever want crossing over to our plane. No, wait, I'm reading. Seems to be a loophole.
Always a
But
catch.
Of course, it's a loophole.
It says first, Mammon would have to possess a very, very powerful psychic.
Yep.
Isabel.
But that wouldn't be enough. To cross over, Mammon would need divine assistance. To cross over, Mammon would need the help of God.
Wow, interesting.
Spooky bowling.
I know you've never had much faith. You've never had much reason to, but that doesn't mean that we don't have faith in you.
It's coming for you, buddy.
I gotta see Drive Angry.
Oh God, what's going on with your eyes? Oh no!
Flies. No symbolism there.
Nope.
Oh no, do they turn him into bowling pins?
He's a flyboy now.
Oh, ick. Ick. A plague.
Gross.
Give me flies. Locusts. Anything but you.
Whoa.
Dude, I love that Keanu just had to come at the camera like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah, man.
We're building to him.
God faith. What a billboard.
Truly.
I wonder if they made that or they found that.
What goggles / glasses?
Teeth.
Hello.
That's a good transition. Save yourself blowing out a window. Los Angeles. 132 begins with 13.
Irony or intentional?
It wasn't just Isabel.
Definitely intentional.
I used to see things too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you liar.
You don't want to know what's out there. Trust me on this.
I'm stronger than Isabel.
Your sister embraced her gift. You denied yours. Denial is a better idea. It's why you're still alive. Stick with me. That'll change.
You're gonna get dead real quick.
John, they killed my sister. I'd trade places with her if I could. I used to pretend that I didn't see things. By the time we were 10, they started forcing her to
Oh, no.
have treatments, and they would come for her, and she'd look at me, and she'd say to me, tell them.
Oh.
Why don't you tell them, Angie, that you can see them too? But I lied.
Wow.
I don't see anything. Until one day, I finally stopped seeing.
You had to gaslight yourself into, whoa, cool.
Ooh.
I need to see what she saw.
Feel what she felt.
You do this, there's no turning back. You see them, they see you.
She had to gaslight herself into a different life.
So do I have to take the rest of my clothes off, or can I leave them on? John.
I'm thinking.
Aww.
John.
Oh, it's fine.
This is a very fun little. That felt almost like a spontaneous choice they made together.
Yeah.
So, why water?
It's a universal conduit. Lubricates a transition from one plane to another.
Salt that shit up.
You wanted the crash course.
Yeah, I wanted the crash course. So what's gonna happen?
You're gonna freak out.
What do you mean lie down?
You have to be fully submerged.
For how long?
Mm-hmm.
As long as it takes.
Whatever it takes. What are his tattoos?
Yeah. There's a world where this movie used the soundtrack to Daredevil.
Yep.
Wake me up.
Wake me up inside.
I can't wake up.
Ooh.
Wow, she's actually down there. That's wild.
Yeah.
How long did you have to train to do this scene?
She's in her Tom Cruise bag right now.
Let me up.
Ooh.
Oh, does she have to fake die?
Yeah.
She has to die for a little bit.
Oh, Christ. Nor. Oh, wow.
Well, this is significantly less sexy.
Yeah, it is. And it's that thing of like, obviously you should tell her. She probably wouldn't go if you told her.
Right.
You know?
Oh, welcome to hell, girl.
Cool. Whoa!
Whoa! How do they do that? That's insane.
Dewey cocks that bathtub.
She's burning. Yeah.
I've always known where they are. I've always known where to find them, where to aim, and where to.
No.
I've always known where they were. I've always known that it wasn't luck. I've always known that it wasn't luck.
Damn.
Jeez.
Someone was here.
Oh.
Whoa. Wow. Yeah, big props because like she really threw herself wholeheartedly into this, it seems like. It makes me sort of wish that the cop aspect of her story was a little more ingrained because it seemed like she's game to do like cop shit too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like seems like she trained for this. Yeah.
That mofo.
Get that. Balthazar.
Can you just kill him? What about the balance?
Half-breed tipped the scales when you started killing my friends. I'm just adding some counterweight.
Oh, let's go.
That says something about it. I don't know if it's Keanu and his performance or just the musical choice and whatnot, but it does feel very 2005.
Oh, sure.
But
no, this is absolutely of its time. but a lot of the aspects of it still work. There are moments I forget when this was made, and there are other moments where I'm like, I know exactly when this was made.
No, for sure.
John, I really want.
Ooh.
Oh?
Oh, interesting.
Kiss her on the cheek.
Think of it as a bulletproof vest.
Did their lips touch or not?
No, I think he kissed her on the cheek. Oh, he put the necklace on her.
Yeah.
I'm coming with you.
You're staying in the car.
Fascinating. I wonder how they prepared together for this.
Yeah.
Like there is like so much oddly happening between them. Fire.
Bored of this.
Molded by it.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Woof. For a second, I thought he was going to do the Matrix.
So Harvey Dent. That Two-Face.
Yeah. Ooh. That gun does look cool. That cross gun is pretty cool.
Pretty sick, Ronnie. Bro, he told you those guns don't do anything.
Yeah. Girls get it done.
Mm-hmm.
She got volume in the hair.
That's right.
We're ready to go. Oh, no.
Girl, how did the hell?
Okay, I would still keep the sigil. The amulet.
Oh, my God.
Enjoy it.
Ew.
It's great prosthetics.
Yeah. Although I am excited. Wow.
Oof.
I'm excited for Rachel Weisz to start kicking some ass, though.
Yeah, same.
I want to see the cop side kick in.
Oof.
Ooh.
Freaky.
Yeah, I like these like punching at the camera shots. Whoa.
Yeah, they're nice. Fun.
Whoa. Ew.
Save America from the demons.
You can't cheat it this time. You're going back to hell.
Holy crap.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
I'm reading you your last rites.
Sending you past hell.
You do know what it is to truly be forgiven, to be welcomed into the kingdom of God. Demon in heaven.
Oh no.
Whosoever sins you remit on earth, they are remitted unto them in heaven.
Whoa.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Whatever killed the Son of God will give birth to the son of the devil.
This Spear.
Cross.
Of course. Yeah.
Spear. Right.
My work here is done. She was my only mission.
She look mad different. She look fine though.
She got the third act makeover.
Jesus didn't die from being nailed to a cross. He was killed by a soldier's spear.
Spear of destiny.
Spear of destiny.
True out the sister as he lost. She's been made.
Why?
Flesh.
Ew.
Ew, made flesh and ready.
Now, if he brought me my resurrection, I shall serve.
Whoa.
Wait, but I did as we agreed.
Oh no.
Oh, you're mad that the son of the devil didn't abide by the deals of the rules of the deal? Shame. Gotta be a man of his word.
That's the art of the deal, Aaron.
I never lose.
How's the blood of God's only son?
Stains on the sphere. So he gets the sphere. He still has to locate a powerful psychic.
Not really.
Twins.
Oh no.
Where's the amulet?
Oh no.
In the car.
I know, I must have left it in the...
Vehicular.
What's wrong?
I don't know, I just feel...
Ooh! A sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach. Whoa!
I got a feeling.
Wow.
Tonight's gonna be a bad night.
Ow.
God damn.
Ow.
The fact that he's keeping up with this is the most impressive part.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad job keying him into that window. Like, you can see where effects happen, but you can also see the ingenuity with which they applied them.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they're a little dated, like, they're really well applied for the most part.
Yeah.
Wait here.
Chas! And conceived, yeah.
Chas!
My man, you've been gone too long.
Have you lost what little mind you have?
I need to use the chair.
Yes.
Finally, please.
That little shit has been trying to climb out of his father's shadow for eons. I'd hate to think what he would do to this world if he ever broke through.
Yeah, no balance.
Which way's east?
Dude, surprised Djimon Hounsou is one of my favorite movie tropes.
How many years has you served?
Like riding a bike.
Yeah, man. Think back to Swayze.
Tell me, this isn't about the girl.
Definitely, mostly not about the girl.
But 15% for ladies' ticket sales.
Ooh, my toesies.
Yeah.
Ooh, they all wet.
Neat.
Wow.
Sure about this?
No.
You ready to play a game?
Oh. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
A demon game. Oh, sheesh kebabs.
I wonder if they borrowed that Keanu model from The Matrix. Whoa.
Are you seeing it? Yes. Let us track the events of the movie up to this point.
I do like that that's just happening, like, out there, period. Like, we check in with it once in a while. Like, it's just like little extra subplot.
Right. This thing that's just building in the while we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's here.
Tear spear. Whoa.
Building the army.
Ugh. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Ah. Fun.
What an incredible sequence.
Any luck?
That's a word for it.
And how exactly do you intend on getting close enough to use these?
Well, they did not leave her unguarded. Half-breeds are most vulnerable when their outer skin is breached by holy water.
Oh, now it's trying to prove your worth. All right.
Look, John, no offense.
There we
I
go.
just don't think that it's a great idea. You know, you're going on a solo mission to save the world. That's my vote. I don't know what Pops thinks, but that's...
I hope Shia is in the sequel.
Kill him after.
Take him, John. Oh, those are sick.
Awesome.
Ooh. Let's go down into the thingy, the great event.
What was the CG transition? Oh, wow.
Oh. Ooh.
At least the demons let her keep her gun. That was very nice of him.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No. Polo shirt guy. Whoa. Whoa. Oh boy.
What is it? Hellspeak.
Hellspeak.
You know what to do.
It's parse hell tongue. This is a fascinating moment in cinema.
One last show.
No.
Can't be.
That like little grimace he just made there. Okay, not bad, not bad.
Trying to stuff it in there.
Yep.
Then turn on the sprinkler system, spraying them all.
Holy bath bomb.
Yep.
My name's John. You are in violation of the balance. Leave immediately, or I will deport you.
Deport you.
Oh no.
Whoa.
No.
Michelle Monaghan. That's Michelle Monaghan.
Yeah.
Who would later
He
go
got
on
her.
to work with Shia LaBeouf in Eagle Eye.
And many other things.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ethan Hunt's wife.
Why is Michelle Monaghan here?
Whoa. Damn.
This is insane.
This is a cool video game. Dude. Whoa. Take the John Wick action and apply it to the Constantine world. Oh,
bro.
Made you flinch. Oh, he got the snot.
Nice.
Nice, Shia. Okay. Let's go, Chaz.
Yeah. We love it, Chaz.
We love it, Chaz. Oh, hey.
Hello.
Oh, no. Ick.
Why are they all half-headed? Interesting choice.
Yeah. So their brains can be filled with the influence of Satan.
Open access.
Yeah.
Oh, one has a brain.
I guess they're non-brains. They're empty
mammoth.
vessel heads. Yeah. Oh,
Mammon.
Ugh. Oh, no.
Bro.
She possessed.
That brother gone. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. The vessel has been filled. Ugh.
She been got.
In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost.
Shoot her, Chaz.
Hey, Chaz is helping
right,
out.
He's
All
in
right.
there. He's in there
Let's
like
go, Chaz.
swimwear. Come on, Chaz.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Welcome back. Surprise, pretty boy.
I am half expecting it.
Yeah. Okay, I was expecting the fear. Oh, she sees it.
Come out of her
It's
mouth.
behind him.
Ew.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Oh, even that effect. Like, that's a hard effect to do.
We may have to perform a D-section.
Yup. Yup. Dude, man. Simultaneous prayer in Latin has never been more badass.
Where the hell did it go then?
The power of Christ aborts you.
Not bad. You hear that? You know why that is? It's because this is Kramer. Chas Kramer.
Oh, no, Chazzy boy!
No, Chaz!
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 Oh, no, damn!
He should be screaming for John right now.
What the hell?
Is it going to birth him out of Chaz?
Oh, no.
No,
Oh,
Chaz.
Chaz. What the hell killed you?
I mean,
Damn. I mean, obviously
I
the
guess
demon.
impact, but still, in this movie, you would expect something crazier almost. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Give him the fisticuffs. Come on. Oh, put it together.
Oh, yeah, cool. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, what the hell?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Ah.
Forgot about her.
And the wicked shall inherit the earth.
You judging me now, John?
Huh? Tarantino scene.
I'm simply seeking to inspire mankind to all that was intended.
Handing earth over to the son of the devil? Help me here.
You handed this precious gift, right? Each one of you granted redemption from the Creator. All of you. You just have to repent, and God takes you into his bosom.
That's not what her mouth is saying in the wide.
In all the worlds, in all the universe, no other creature can make such a boast, save man.
We are arrogant.
If sweet, sweet God loves you so, then I'll make you worthy of his love.
Whoa.
I've been watching you for a long time. It's only in the face of horror that you truly find your noblest self. And you can be so noble.
It's true.
So, I'll bring you pain. I'll bring you horror.
God damn.
So that you may rise above it.
Wow. Twisted.
So that those of you who survive this reign of hell on earth will be worthy of God's love.
Wow.
Whoa, them eyes though.
Yeah, crazy.
Blow dry them. Wow.
Damn.
Shit.
Super breath.
I know I'm not one of your favorites. I'm not even welcome in your house, but I could use a little attention.
I was uninvited from the cookout, but I could use a little attention.
Sigil people. What are his tattoos? That's some chonky glass too.
Oh, you getting a clue? Oh no.
Oh no. It's not Ash Wednesday.
Come forth.
Nor.
You didn't want it.
Oh my.
No, Constantine.
Don't
Don't do that.
Nope.
Don't give this man.
Wow.
Jeez, they
What
went there.
shot. What a shot. This is going to be really easy to get this up on YouTube.
Son of Satan, I unleash you unto this world.
Ick. Oh my god. It's a good ad for this watch company. Whoa, that's right. The time slows down. Cool. Whoa. Oh my.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh.
Whoa! Lou? We do get a devil? Ah! Hey! Thought that was him.
Once so, I would come up here to collect myself.
He's in tons of stuff.
Mind? Oh, go right ahead. I've got stock.
Huh?
Let me help you.
Huh?
Sonny, I've got a whole theme park full of red delights for you. I didn't think you would make the same mistake twice.
Word is that kid of yours is a chip off the old block.
One does what one can.
He's in the other room.
Boys will be boys.
With Gabriel.
No accounting for taste, really.
They have the spear of destiny.
Or is it another one of your cons?
Look for yourself.
Uh-oh.
Waited 20 years for me, though. What's another 20 seconds?
I like how he calls Lucifer Lou.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Little tongue poke. That was intense.
So many some wild flourishes in this movie.
Yeah, I love also the detail of the fact that the devil wears all white because he used to be an angel.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a really good call. Oh, she got the no eyebrow treatment too. Oh no.
This world is mine. In time, you best of all of us, Gabriel, should understand.
Ooh.
Time to go home, son.
I will smite thee in his honor.
Woof.
Looks like somebody doesn't have your back anymore.
I was gonna say, yeah. Oh no.
Oh wow.
Oh no! Don't shoot the messenger. Whoa. Hey, she's back. Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Wow.
Holy crap.
So, yeah, what do you want? An extension? Sister, you're willing to give up your life so she can go to heaven. Fine. It's done.
Damn, he actually smoked this one down.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He's down to the butt.
Never finished a cigarette this whole moment. Wow, in the blood too. He's out here slapping the bass. I want to go see Dog Star. They play now. Keanu's band.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hell
they're
yeah.
out here. Whoa.
What? Oh, is God saving him?
Damn. What? Because he made a selfless act for somebody else?
Wow, freaky.
Are you going to see God too? Oh.
It's the Lord.
The sacrifice.
Smart. Smart.
Oh, is this heaven? Whoa.
Crazy.
And he's the cross. Wow.
This one belongs to me.
Like in the deal.
For your boss.
That's great.
Oh, that's what's up.
John Constantine.
Biting that ear. Woof.
What?
Look at that scar. Whoa!
Ooh, what
Ew!
The freak? What the freak?
Is he fixing his lungs? Is he
What
giving
the
him
hell
super
is
lungs?
happening?
God, look at them fillings.
Truly belongs in hell.
Wow.
What did he just do to him? His lungs?
Yeah, he must have fixed him up. Ooh.
Should we kiss in this Dutch angle?
Yes.
No problem.
Hey. Hey. Always faking around. Oh, shit.
Oh,
oh damn.
Yucky.
Got the
Yucky
angel
fake
treatment.
Wings, yeah.
You don't deserve to be human.
Ooh.
Want revenge? Is that what you're thinking right now? Do it.
Oh.
Whoa.
You could have shot me, John. You chose a higher path.
That's growth.
I have something for you.
John,
Just the tip.
why are you giving me this?
Rules.
Oh.
Somewhere no one will ever be able to find it. Not even me.
Throw it in the LA River.
I'll see you around.
I'll see you in 20 plus years in the sequel.
Like that.
Yeah, she better come back too.
Mm-hmm.
Get them all back.
Please. You and Tilda Swinton.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely get Tilda Swinton back. There's some really cool casting in this movie. I had no idea to expect.
Yeah, man.
But most importantly, we need Shia back.
Of course.
No matter what his standing in
He
society.
didn't even try to bargain for Chaz's soul.
I know. This is like, my man's was steadfast to the end.
He was for the cause.
Pour one out for him. Him and Pruitt Taylor Vince are kicking it up in heaven, and the bowling guy.
I guess there's a plan for all of us. I had to die twice just to figure that out. Like the book says, he works his work in mysterious ways.
Oh.
Some people like it, some people don't.
Some people like the soundtrack to Saw in my movies.
Was that was that some nicotine gum he just popped? Francis
I think
Lawrence?
Gross.
Francis Lawrence?
Who that?
Frank Capello doesn't write comics. Francis Lawrence is like the guy who's done what am I trying to say? Francis Lawrence has done like most of the Hunger Games, hasn't he?
Really?
You think he's the Hunger Games guy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of that.
Let's pull it up real quick.
Pull it up, gang.
I'm not expecting a post-credits scene in this film, but, you know, and as I type credits into IMDb, which everyone, if credits was an actual, you know, like thing you could be credited for, then everyone on IMDb would be credited in the credits.
It's true.
Anyway, dumb joke aside, yeah. Hunger Games, at least Catching Fire Through the Mockingjays and the new ones too.
Does this one have a post-credit scene? Let me look that sheesh up.
And then we will get some patron questions going.
Yes.
Supposedly, I mean, Francis Lawrence is attached to like a billion trillion things. I believe Francis Lawrence directed the upcoming The Walk that we watched the trailer for, that Stephen King movie.
Yes.
Gavin Rossdale? Who was Gavin? He's the guy from Bush, the band Bush. They sing the song Glycerine.
No.
Don't let the days go by. Glycerine.
I don't know.
And
Bush.
various other 90s jams. BioShock, I Am Legend 2, Constantine 2, Battlestar Galactica. This dude is Steel. How many things is Francis Lawrence tied to? This is ridiculous.
This does have a post-credit scene.
Oh, okay. Then we will hang tight. Director of Red Sparrow as well. Okay. And the Britney Spears circus video.
The Britney Spears circus video.
Yeah.
Just like a circus.
That's right.
I remember that song.
I remember it too.
Shout out mid-2000s.
Let's see. Thank you if you've joined us up until this point in the video.
Yes.
We've heard tell there's a post-credits scene.
We have.
But one of our favorite new rituals at the start of each of these reviews, at the end of each reaction, is to chat with our patrons, get some feedback, get some questions, a little Q&A. Okay, wait, hold on, Father Hennessy. Okay, so Balthazar, that makes sense. Gavin Rossdale. They would have had to have given they would have had to have given him some kind of like featured role where he gets to make an impression, and that's why. Fight choreographer Chad Stahelski too. There you go, John Wick, right there.
Hells yeah.
And he must have maybe doubled Keanu on this too. I don't know. Well, if you're the choreographer, I don't know if you're necessarily. But anyway,
doing that right.
Gavin Rossdale. It would make sense that they would give him like a small part, but that is prominent, and that also. What am I trying to say? Like that's why I kind of like. I'm like I know you, but I didn't fully like recognize him. But yes, okay, so let's get into some Constantine questions from the patrons.
Okay.
From our Royal Rejects. Before the post-credits scene pops up. John and Aaron for Constantine. This comes from Kev B.
Yeah.
If you could borrow Constantine's
I see dead people and some really cranky angels
superpower for a day, would you actually want to? What's the first thing you'd check out? Your neighbor's creepy basement, or maybe the DMV to see if anyone's secretly possessed? And do you think you'd ever look at your morning coffee the same way after seeing what's really out there?
Huh.
That's quite an existential question.
Yeah.
Golly.
Would I want to? I don't know if I would want to, but if I had to pick a place to go to, that's an interesting question. Maybe like a club. Maybe like a goth club. See how many demons up in there. It'd be fun.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go two places.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first to church.
Okay.
See if everyone checks out. Then I'm gonna go to the nearest like either dive bar or strip club and see how everybody there checks out.
I'm going to
and
Vegas.
see what the irony ratio. You'll die. You would be so overwhelmed in Vegas with that ability. Like you get to Vegas and it's already like this movie's version of hell, where it's like the winds are going and there's dust everywhere and it's hot. It's hot on hot.
Just to see. Or you know what? I'll go to the Maldives. Maybe there's angels in the Maldives.
In the Maldives? Okay.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? Yeah. I mean, I would want to go to places, I guess, that are like sort of also whimsical. Maybe, but imagine having the Constantine powers and going to like a haunted house attraction or
That'd
something,
be fun.
and then seeing where there are actually secretly real demons lurking.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because didn't so much do the angel stuff. We only saw one angel. We saw a lot of demons.
Yeah.
So where are the angels at? I'm trying to see where the angels are.
Well, I like that
we're already here, baby. We're in the city of angels.
That's true. We are. And yeah, I mean, I think the DMV is a good call because certainly there's got to be some demonic shit happening there. Because that's the other thing too. Is like, what would you have access to go look at?
True.
Maybe go hang out in a cemetery. That'd be neat. See who's hanging out. See who's just still around.
Thought.
Yeah. And then, do you think you'd ever look at your morning coffee the same way after seeing what's really out there?
Maybe not.
Hell yeah. Oh, Chas!
Oh, Chas!
He's pouring one out for Chas.
Chas Kramer, 2005.
Trop Bedig. I'm like, are these other headstones?
You did good, kid.
Oh.
He did do good.
Oh, you give him your Zippo? Damn, dude. They're macro lenses.
Yeah, love for Chas.
Oh, come on. Carry us, Chas. Do the carry. Whoa!
Oh, is Chas an angel?
What?
Angel Chas!
What?
With the brows.
Oh, what?
Oh?
Fascinating.
Okay. Interesting.
Fascinating, guys. Your last day to watch Constantine is on June the 30th before it leaves Netflix. So make sure that you don't get caught without your Constantine. But yes, I would not look at my morning coffee the same way again. I feel like I would be thoroughly changed after seeing what's really out there. Although I wonder, I guess my biggest question would be, would I be surprised or would I be very not surprised? Okay, here we go. Next question comes from Sci-Fi Extremist. Always holding it down here in the comments. This is generally regarded as a great film by both casual audiences and comic fans alike. Do you think it's proof not everything has to be a one-to-one adaptation from the comics, John being a blonde British guy and they cast Keanu, or is this more of a very rare exception? That's a good question. I was sort of pondering this throughout the movie, but what do you think?
I don't think things ever need to be one-to-one. I think as long as it captures the essence of what the character is and they're telling a compelling story, I think that's good enough. You know, I feel like the movie Joker is very well regarded, and that movie, at least the first one, is not at all accurate to the comics. And, as we enter the age of, we've been in the age of comic book films. Not a lot of them have been that one-to-one adaptation. So it's really about the intent. And if you're honoring the heart and core of what that character is about, I think it gives you the flexibility and room to do original stories and maybe things that aren't exactly on the page, but as long as you're telling something that's compelling, give your character an arc, you set up an interesting world, have interesting ways of filming said world, I think you're on a good track. And yeah, I don't think it needs to be one-to-one at all.
No, I mean, this is a good, I think, example of a time when it doesn't have to be. I think that, nowadays, because the geeks have inherited the earth in a lot of ways, it's not always gatekeeping, but there is a certain sort of reverence that we hold for the source material of things. And this is an interesting case, I think, because on the one hand, I feel like if you're going to translate some well-liked piece of source material of any kind, whether it be a book or a comic or a game, I think everybody, when they crowd around these things, especially when it's like the first adaptation, is probably looking for this to be somehow definitive or somehow representative of like the core tenets of whatever the thing is spiritually. And I think, especially in the world of comics or things that have had like a long time to gestate before making this leap to a new medium. I think there is a certain level of expectation, but I think this movie, like the thing for me is there's only typically so much you can change before the soul of the thing starts to feel like it's not quite there anymore.
You're right.
And I don't have the deepest lexicon for something like Constantine other than that he's a blonde British guy rather than Keanu Reeves. And this seemed like a good example of a time when it does really work because, again, the energy of the movie is really spot on. The cinematography and the editing and the choice of how to move the camera often felt, again, very deliberate, very stylized, but in a way that also felt, again, akin to a comic book. It wasn't like over edited. It allowed you to kind of drink these images and to really sort of steep yourself into the atmosphere. And I think of something like Constantine, you're in a kind of nice position because, you know, you can change the specifics of like how the character is articulated, again, appearance, voice, etc. But like the core ideas are still there. He's a, you know, supernatural detective hunter guy, you know, a chain smoking miscreant who also happens to be like, you know, one of our last lines of defense against, you know, the forces of Satan. And, you know, there were aspects of this that certainly reminded me of like watching something like Blade or whatever. And yeah, this felt like, again, just thinking back to the time, I was like, this feels like an example of something where it's like you can grasp what a source material might look like just because this feels, again, akin to a comic or a graphic novel. And I think the troublesome thing is, it's like for me, nothing has to be one-to-one as long as you do a good job. And like, of course, what does that mean? How do you math that? It's hard to and you can't. And there are a lot of interesting moments in which people swing for something sort of different than a source material and they wind up far from it or you know, sort of halfway past it or whatever. And it doesn't always work. And I think, you know, it's like a good movie will trump anything every time because the worst that'll happen is people go, I kind of look at it as an Elseworlds, which, you know, I love an Elseworlds. So yeah, like I think, yeah, you don't have to ever be one-to-one. I think there is some level of responsibility, especially now. It's like the thing is, I think the movies have sort of created this thing where we've gotten used to, because of like adaptations from the 80s and the early 90s, of things being very loosely adapted from the source material, and the tone being treated as like, this is silly and wacky, and sometimes that's cool and other times that doesn't help. And I think that has fueled in the modern time a certain adherence to like, no, we got to like fully definitively represent these things. And I get the argument for doing so, especially again when so many things are being adapted for the first time. But no, this is like a great example of like, yeah, this is probably like kind of loose in terms of how it maps over onto like the comic book lore, but this is still like a really atmospheric, really cool, interesting, you know, well conceived movie that happens to, I think, have just enough Constantine stuff that it doesn't feel like it's not Constantine. So definitely not a one-to-one. I guess the question is, what is the acceptable ratio before we're completely lost in the weeds? So I wouldn't say necessarily like a very rare exception, but a rare exception, or a somewhat rare exception, I would say this movie is. Mike asks, and thank you all again for chiming in. I love that we do this now. Seeing... Right? Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to just jump on your gratitude there.
Oh, you guys are great. I love your questions, and they're very interesting and outside the box.
Hell yeah. Mike, seeing that Constantine is comically tied to DC, do you think James Gunn would lead into the supernatural side of the comics for the silver screen, and should they in this new direction? I love me some Arrowverse. Is there spooky in the Arrowverse?
I mean, Constantine's in there.
Oh, they did the show for like a season, and then the show wasn't successful, but people loved Matt Ryan so much that they just put him in all the Arrowverse stuff whenever they needed Constantine.
Yeah, I think this show was originally on like NBC on a different network. It wasn't on the CW, and then they like folded him in after the show got canceled.
And I think he's been in the voice in some of the animated ones we watched too.
Oh yeah,
he's been like
he's the guy.
Character, yeah, for a long time.
But yeah, I definitely think there's room for supernatural in James Gunn's universe. That said, I know that James Gunn is also doing non-canonical movies within the DC umbrella, right? They're going to have an Elseworlds branch, which is where the sequel would kind of take place in. That said, I don't think they're going to be doing it anytime soon. I think they're really focused on their gods and monsters and just establishing their universe. But maybe sometime down the line, maybe in their equivalent of a phase 2 or phase 3, we'll get something that is more spooky or more supernatural based. Maybe we'll get a Zatanna finally on screen.
Yes,
we have not seen her in a film or television show in live action ever, so that would be cool.
Yeah, agree. I think, yeah, I wonder, the Keanu Constantine 2, I have to imagine, would be an Elseworld.
Definitely.
You know, something outside of the main continuity. But I think to the broad question, yeah, I mean, like, especially, you know, knowing that James Gunn comes out of trauma and comes out of horror and schlock cinema and you know, exploitation flicks and stuff. Like, I both have to imagine that he will take us there. And even stuff like Creature Commandos and the Suicide Squad. Like, you know, there are spooky horror elements that peek in there. And I feel like, yeah, being that he comes from horror stuff, I am very excited to see him open up that side of the universe. And one thing I remember from Koi's in my journey through the DC animated movies is that a lot of the top line Constantines or the stories that heavily featured him often shot up our list to being some of our better regarded ones. And there's a lot in those animated movies that they're able to get away with that I wouldn't have expected. And so, yeah, I mean, there's been talk of like, Justice League Dark and other things. And I feel like it's only a matter of time. They've got to get these universes up and running. I feel like it's a space that Marvel, weirdly, in the MCU hasn't made a ton out of, even though I feel like they have a fair opportunity to. But in DC, I feel like I associate a darker tone with that and a more, again, as of the animated Constantines we've seen, a more demonic and a more like messed up kind of vibe. So I feel like if they can get the universe like really at cruising altitude and get a few successful movies under their belt, then I feel like you could do stuff like this, do the horror side, the underworld side, the demonic side, the supernatural side. You can make that stuff that isn't as expensive as some of the top line stuff. Yeah. Provide a contrast. And I think all it'll take is getting the universe, again, successful enough that they can then venture out into edgier, more R-rated, more, again, pulp territory. But I think it's coming for sure. And I think it's something that James Gunn would absolutely be interested in leaning into. Kevin Meek, thank you for chiming in. Kevin Meek, see you out here. We got shout outs coming your way. John, Aaron,
hola.
Hope you guys are doing well. One of the most painfully underrated comic book adaptations, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Cool to get a rewatch in with you gentlemen. They obviously don't pull any punches with the darker side of things here. With the news of us getting a sequel, do you think this would be a good addition to Gunn's new DC universe? It would be a really stark contrast, but I personally think it would work. Although I would understand the decision not to bring something quite this dark into the fold. What do y'all think? We kind of talked about this just a minute ago. But I don't think the contrast, like the thing is, and tell me if you agree. So apparently Kevin got very trigger happy with the comment and must have like sent it before it was completed. I don't think there would be any problem with the contrast because again, just judging by the animated movies and the comics themselves, like all these things, I feel like in movies, kind of get crushed into cubes that have to be PG-13 for the most part, not, certain things withstanding. But if, the Deadpools of the world have taught us anything, it's that, with the right formula, you can kind of go off in any direction. And I feel like, we want we're in a position to be delivered, for example, a lighter hearted and more brightly colored Superman story. But like comics live and die on variety. And like watching, again, the animated movies that we've seen that have some of which in mass were in the same continuity would jump from like we're with the Teen Titans and like there might be peril but it's a bit lighter and it's a bit more youth skewing, and then we're in the more middle tier of pulp with Batman or Superman or whoever, and then there is the dark side of the spectrum. I think as long as you treat the tones of these universes like a spectrum, there's not much you can't do. I think the question here is, and this movie, is this rated R?
Rated R.
This is rated R. It's not super hard R. This is like, this feels kind of like a Blade or like a Punisher's probably a little, the Thomas Jane one's probably a little more harsh than this is. But, like this doesn't seem like the kind of movie that, like if you plopped this specific movie into the upcoming DCU, I don't think it would take that much adjusting.
I'm going to say yes and no. I think that kind of to go off of what John was saying, I feel like as long as we are having a diverse sense of tones and types of stories we're having, that is what promotes the longevity of the DC universe. And I feel like that's very much what James Gunn is trying to do. I don't think he wants things to all feel the same. Like, hell, we're going to have a true detective style cop show with the Green Lanterns, and then the pinnacle of comic bookness with Superman. And then he made the Suicide Squad that's super rated R. So I don't think he's afraid of it not jiving with his universe. I think he's more so wanting to start a universe of his own, which is why I say no. This version of Constantine would probably not be within his universe. But also, Keanu Reeves is a even though he is physically ageless, I imagine if they want to fold in a Constantine into the universe, I imagine they'd go for something that is more quote unquote traditional with someone who is blonde and British, you know, and who has the longevity of a younger man in his like 30s to 40s to kind of play Constantine for years to come, as opposed to like a 20-year gapped sequel. I don't know if he'd be the Constantine for like the next 20 years of the DC universe, but I'm happy to see him in a sequel that's standalone to just this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it.
Watch them just pull in Matt Ryan.
You know what? You're the one guy. We gotcha.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
And finally, just a comment. Thank you, Stardust and Madness. Shouts back out to you. OMG, OMG, OMG. No question. I am just so excited to see another Constantine reaction. It's one of my favorite Keanu roles and comic book movies, too. I kind of gotta agree with you. If I saw this when it came out, I mean, like, I'm very chuffed.
I would have been scared if I saw this in 2005, but
Really?
I like appreciate it now as an adult.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad we've come through this character arc so that you could enjoy it. It was fortuitous.
Yes.
That at least you waited. I
Yeah.
feel like I would have been all about this as a some odd year old.
I would have been 10 when this came out, so now it sort of spooked it.
Oh yeah,
spooked the pants out of me.
Yeah, see, I was a teenager, so this would have been right up my alley. But nah, this was really fun, and this is a great. It's cool to watch. Comic adaptations from this time, because they do have a different sheen and a different vibe and spirit. And I do think that as much as the 2000s have their own way in which they have aged and shown, their age, I feel like you get stuff like this periodically that is, blockbuster scale. It's got a big cast. It's punchy. There's lots of effects and stuff. But at the same time, you can really feel like everybody getting creative on it. Like,
totally.
Like this was a really fun experience, and I'm excited for you to see certain other things, because again, it felt maybe not quite as groundbreaking as certain other stuff, but like I was thinking about Blade watching this and some other things, and I really do like the comic book multiplied by horror universe aesthetic. And I feel like a movie like this is a great example of like, man, this has a really strong visual look. It's got a strong sonic palette. It's got a really strong grip on just being angels and demons and, the occult and religious iconography and all that stuff. It has the tone of some dark, religious horror thriller of sorts, but with that action movie element. And it has a lot of, it's like there's not a lot of waste in terms of the visual language. There's a lot of really striking images, both in how the camera composes, but also how they use and articulate their effects. This is a movie that looks way better than it should for being in 2005.
Yeah.
And this is also a movie where I felt that sort of spirit of like handmadeness and spontaneity. Like, I know that there's a lot of, again, hands on this and effects, and this is probably a very expensive movie, or to some degree expensive movie. But this really felt like everyone was like, I could feel the creative energy flowing through something like this. And so even if, maybe not everything is like one-to-one comic book accurate, I thought they really, wonderfully spun their own little world. And I only have like a couple minor complaints as to like what I would have maybe liked to see a little bit more of. And I think Keanu, for a role like this, and, it's well within his wheelhouse, but at the same time, it's always kind of gratifying to be like, yeah, man, like I like the Elseworlds Keanu version of Constantine, and it plays really well to his cadence and his speech. He's able to kind of speak slower and give that sort of like gruff, somewhat snark, like with a gruff, a bit of like seriousness, but like just a sprinkling of like snark on top of it. Just the right amount of attitude, and like, again, this played to his strengths really well. And then everybody else around, Tilda Swinton is like really making that role their own. Peter Stormare, for like the couple minutes he's on screen as the devil, is like really fun and wild to behold. And that
great.
That thing where he like does the cheek lick, the tongue punch on his cheek real quick, like just like, and that's stuff that could easily go awry. And Peter Stormare is like a veteran character actor, so like obviously you get him for a reason. But like, this feels like a movie where spontaneous things were allowed to happen, even though it's also like surprisingly well composed.
Yeah.
And watching this now, I kind of didn't realize that there was so much enthusiasm about this movie. And now I feel like all of a sudden we've been kind of invited into just like a little side door club of just like, hey, this is a pretty cool movie, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
This definitely felt like a cult classic of the type of movie that I would have missed as a youth, but I thoroughly enjoyed it nonetheless. I feel like as an adult, I can appreciate it more, not only from the horror perspective of like, you know, not being scared, but from a perspective of someone who's a comic book fan. I think that they did a really good job of, you know, capturing a visual language that was ever interesting. There's always something particularly interesting happening on screen, whether it's the special effects stuff, whether it was just particular camera shots. I found it to be ahead of its time in that way, where, you know, I feel like the effects of what they were trying to accomplish were not up to date for where they would be believable and of today's standard, but I feel like the type of storytelling that they were doing, or at least the visual effects and how they were able to display them, were very 2005. Also some of the music choices as well. But I think Keanu Reeves did an amazing job with the role, in spite of the fact that he's not the traditional Constantine. I thought Rachel Weisz was also really fun in the role as well. And yeah, I think the way that they were able to try to capture this story within a 2-hour limit, really, you were able to really understand it. But I feel like this is something that I feel like could have been a TV show if they really wanted it to be the first season of a show. Sure. You know, I would have loved to see more about his relationship with Chaz, or more with his relationship
Chaz bottle episode.
Please give me more Chaz.
Just Chaz in the taxi cab for a whole episode. Just be like, John, what am I doing here, John? John, what am I supposed to do out here, John?
Damn it, John, I'm cold.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have liked to have known more about his relationship with the priest.
That guy was cool. Pruitt Taylor Vince.
Cool.
Yeah, he was cool. And I felt real bad for him.
Yeah, but I think this movie did a really good job of establishing our protagonist with Keanu Reeves in that first scene, and then Rachel Weisz.
That was cool.
The way that
early exorcism was crazy.
It was awesome. It was an amazing scene. Then the way they played with our perception, thinking that Rachel Weisz was having multiple dreams. So it was really going back between the sister and each sister's perspective. All that stuff was really great. I had a lot of fun with this movie. I think it was paced fairly well. The only things I would probably change is like maybe the guy with the spear of destiny could have been more involved, or like maybe that could have been a bigger part of the story. Kind of, you said something about Rachel Weisz and her being a police officer. That could have been like a little bit extended as well.
I think they could have done more to slightly make them feel like it's kind of a couple things for me. I feel like they could have done slightly more to make them feel like co-leads, even though you need Constantine to be the lead. He is the top line character. But I really liked some of the chemistry that they had. I feel like, mostly they gave us her dramatic beats, and I think it would have helped if we had seen her. I know we see her at crime scenes and with her partner guy, but I would have liked to have seen her being like a cop and like seeing the grit of the character, as well as the part of the character that's like heartbroken over and sort of bewildered by the death of her sister. I liked what she brought, but I could feel like she did more preparation than they gave her in the text. And she's not like a small character by any stretch. But like I was thinking about, and you'll discover this whenever you see Blade, like there's the female lead in Blade who is kind of our eye line. Like, yeah, she's along for the ride a lot of the time and she's involved. But like I feel like that movie gave her like a sense of perspective, and you could see like a more facets of the character present in the movie, and more like proactivity. Not to suggest that Rachel Weisz's character isn't proactive, but like I feel like they give her a lot of scenes where she's like kind of flustered and tearing up, and there are like a lot of dramatic moments, and I feel like there's more to the character that's not being kind of shown to us, because again, they bother to make her a cop, a detective. You know, she's a badge-carrying, gun-toting, law enforcement officer. And I wanted to feel that a little bit more, so that when they're in these high-stakes physical situations, like I can tell Rachel Weisz did that preparation because she carries herself like she can keep up with all that stuff. And I wish the movie made better use of that comprehensively, I guess.
That's a great criticism. Yeah. I think, again, if we had like an extended
I kept
version
forgetting
of this
she's
movie,
a cop.
No, for sure. They didn't treat her as that way. I never felt like she had any sense of active purpose or active agency in the film. I feel like making her more pivotal to being able to be of some assistance in the lane that she's proficient in would have been a better use of her character. But I think yeah, performance wise and that chemistry was really great. I liked, in the way when we did do it, her being like the eye line into his world. I feel like even though he was very much the person we were following, yeah, I would have liked to seen more of Constantine, like miserable in his relationship with heaven and hell and his perception on God and his perception on, where he was going. I would have liked more character stuff in that vein, but I feel like a lot of it was, wrapped into the plot and then him helping her. And we did get some stuff about his feelings of wanting. I thought that stuff was interesting about him wanting to go to heaven, but knowing his soul was damned and he was doing this so he can get his ticket to heaven. I thought that stuff was cool on paper, and I would have liked to have seen more of that actively within the story.
I can see that. I think it was just enough for me, but I get it, and I can imagine a version that has a heavier element of like, what is this way? If this was like 2:15 or something like that, then you could do, like, what does heaven and hell mean to John Constantine, and why? I think there's a very easy human inroad to like, of course he wants to balance the ledger because who wants to go to hell? But, like this is a guy who's clearly jaded and who's clearly seen the ugly sides of both. So, yeah, I think there is a lot of expanding and interesting exploration you could do. And I think, too, there's some amount of that the DC animated movies managed to unpack in like way less time. But, yeah, like this had a good sense of character, even if there are aspects of like the feeling of the characters were still engaged, even though if there are parts that could have been more fleshed out or more sort of intimately woven. But I think there are some nice times where at least the chemistry between the actors and what's going on in the space between them allows you to extrapolate in a way that's not fully just like, it's a plot, there's nothing here, I'm just gonna make a headcanon, like that whole scene where they're in the bathroom before he puts her under. There's like so much happening between the two of them. It's fascinating to me, and there's stuff about that I'm like, man, I wish we saw more of this in the meat. But there's also so much happening. Like, again, a lot of my complaints are things that kind of pale when you think of what we did manage to squeeze. Like, this is surprisingly well done. This is surprisingly good, for where and when it's from.
How much? Okay.
Oh, no.
Let's do Rotten Tomatoes first.
Oh, no.
What do you think critics gave this movie? What do you think audiences gave this movie?
Oh, man. This has been tough lately. I go through patches where sometimes I'm on it. I don't know if the critics would have been that kind to this movie. I feel like maybe we're looking at like a 56%.
Okay.
Critics, and then audience. Let's go 66.
Yeah?
For Satan.
Okay, so you said 56 for audiences?
56 for critics, 66 for audiences.
Okay. You were right, and you're close. Not 56, 46.
46, I was afraid of that.
And then audiences.
I highballed it.
We're 72.
72, okay, fine. I mean, yeah. It's a pulp movie. It's a B movie. I can abide. 72 is a low passing grade. I think it's better than that, but I can see how if you were really brass tacking it, you could go there.
What do you think the budget of this movie was?
God. For the time, 2005, budgets were still kind of getting big 20 years ago. Let's go $110 million.
Production budget. It doesn't give a definitive answer, but the first thing that pops up is this movie was $100 million.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
sure,
it says between 70 and 100 million, but then that top part says 100 million.
I could see this. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
What do you think it grossed worldwide?
God, there's a question for you, especially since it's 20 odd years later, we're finally talking about a sequel. $165 million.
$230.9 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy for that. Good for them.
Did good.
Good for them. They at least, by that standard, hopefully, probably, maybe at least broke even and made a little bit of profit on that.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe enough to hopefully get a sequel soon.
Yeah, absolutely. They had to spend all that paying Gavin Rossdale to be there. You know. But man, just like the attention to detail, I was like wowed by throughout this. I was very surprised. Because even that thing like Djimon Hounsou like sweating behind the ear, I'm like, they had to have chosen to do that. I think
so.
I can't tell. Like it's and those are great moments when you're like, I can't quite tell. And I can see how he would just be sweaty. But at the same time, I almost feel like they did that on purpose. You know, and the movie is filled with little bits like that and like even close-up inserts on objects and stuff. Like there's so little that feels wasted or just thrown out there. Like everything feels so composed that then I start to believe that a bunch of weird little details, you know, were like sort of, tightly script supervised and thus paid attention to. Apparently Keanu Reeves bought the Holy Shotgun prop and gave it to director Francis Lawrence as a gift.
Wow.
Holy Shotgun, badass. Comment your favorite, like, on-screen cool guns, in-universe guns. The Look of Hell was based on old footage of nuclear tests, specifically the sudden shockwave immediately after the blast that disintegrated anything in its path, hence the crumbling landscape. At around 40 minutes, according to the director's commentary on the DVD, the rag that Constantine lights on fire to defeat the flying demons is a piece of Moses' shroud given to him by a Beeman. Cool. And this is fun. The Spear of Destiny prop is the same one used in Hellboy 2004.
No way.
So look at that.
Continuity.
At around 1 hour and 2 minutes, Constantine's line in which he says that he doesn't want Angela to be another ghost following him around is a reference to the comics where he is haunted by the ghosts of friends who have died because of him.
Oh, that's a cool little tidbit.
The original title, Hellblazer, was changed because it was too similar to Hellboy. The films were scheduled to be released within a short space of time between them, and it was decided that having such similar titles would hurt the sales of tickets. Therefore, Hellblazer was changed to Constantine. And I think furthermore, you would get confusion with the Hellraiser franchise. And
as well.
Yeah, which, you know, just I think calling it Constantine makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Even though Hellblazer is like a famous, at least, run, right, of Constantine's.
Oh.
The character of John Constantine was originally created by Alan Moore during his DC run on Swamp Thing. However, following his negative experience with From Hell and the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Moore decided to reject all money and credit from Hollywood on any adaptations of his work. Thus, he gave all the money he would have gotten to the artist who drew the character with him and rejected his own created by credit from the film. Holy hand grenades were actually Christmas ornaments filled with water. And let's see. There's got to be like a 1 or 2 spoiler guys in here. All right, let's see.
Spoilies.
Let's get spoily. My doily. In this adaptation of Constantine, he is destined to go to hell because he attempted to stop being alive by his own accord. In the comic book Hellblazer, he is sent to hell due to summoning a demon into his body. The demon rebels against Constantine's control and drags a little girl back with him to hell. I think we have seen this adapted in the DC animated. A life-size replica of Rachel Weisz was made and used as the corpse of Angela Dodson's twin sister Isabel, whose death seems suspicious. Well, that makes sense. In the original script, Father Hennessy was supposed to die of overheating and getting thinner the more he eats. The scripted death was
His name Father Hennessy?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
That is cruel. That is mean, writer.
That's wild.
And it was supposed to die of overheating and getting thinner the more he eats. The scripted draft was inspired by the character in the first issue of Hellblazer who died the same way. Oh, golly. I can't read too much. This is a very intense content movie. The character of Father Hennessy is a mixture of 3 of Constantine's allies from the comic book. They are Nige Archer, who was a psychic, Rick the Vic, who was a priest, and Heder, who was a portly substance abuser. And like Hennessy, all are killed for being associated with Constantine.
Damn.
And let's see. Let's do this last one here. Hey, that's kind of fun. Special features on the DVD reveal that it wasn't really Rachel Weisz in the scene where her character flies backwards through the building. A small replica of her body was made, which was then shot backwards through a miniature office, adding light and wind effects. That is pretty crazy.
It's very cool.
There are also a bunch of like weird little like hidden Easter eggs and images and like numericals and stuff. This is really cool. This was a really fun movie.
Yeah.
And
I had a great time.
Comic stuff doesn't feel like this now. And there's a lot of cool comic book stuff now, but watching some of these from this era is making me miss the spontaneity and the real sense of tone and like, again, craftsmanship that a particular group of individuals came up with rather than this continuum of sleek stuff. Not to talk that down. There are some great dazzling images that modern stuff gives us. But yeah, this was like, you know, dialed up to 11 just in terms of like intent and craftsmanship and energy and chutzpah. So yeah, even if there are things that could be a little tighter, a little more fleshed out, I was quite enthralled.
Yeah, no, this is definitely going up as a classic of the 2000 comic book era for me. Definitely. I'm happy that I got to finally experience it. Yeah, this one's a win.
Hells yeah. Gang, leave us your thoughts on the Constantine motion picture. Do you want part 2? What do you want to see in part 2? Do you want to see my Keanu Reeves Constantine and Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider crossover?
Yes, please.
Featuring variants of both characters played by each other and then versions of both characters played by Matt
Mickelson?
No, the guy from TV, Constantine.
Oh, Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
Yes.
We got there. Be well, people, and don't sell your soul to the devil.
Don't do it.
Oh, Eric Horseman,
Hey.
back at it again.
Let's
he
go.
Is here, ready to summon a very specific demon to fulfill his own selfish causes. He is summoning the demon Havatica. Havatica is a demon who preys on meat eaters.
Oh, no.
And Eric has summoned him to rid the earth of anyone who feasts off the flesh of animals. So really, this demon is kind of a morally righteous, like superior morality kind of deal. It's got an ego complex.
Animal rights demon.
Which fits perfectly with Eric's way of thinking. Yeah. So using this demon, now he's actually a hero.
Your demonic benevolence has actually changed the tides of the world and made the world a better place.
See, that cynicism is paying off.
Yeah, good-natured cynicism. Moral cynicism.
I'm so proud of you, Eric. I'm so proud of you. You have actually been able to change the world by communicating with darkness and death.
Hey.
So, dude, you keep staying in this headspace of yours. Uh-huh. And I think ultimately you'll be able to do something productive with it. Let's face it, sadness can be comfortable. Mm-hmm. And I think you thrive in sadness. Yeah. Do not get help. Do not seek any treatment. Just settle with the fact that you are forever going to be this way.
Heartbreak feels good in a place like Eric's.
It's really dark.
It is dark.
It's a dark shadow.
But hey, man, Eric likes it dark. He's a dark little kinky guy. Yeah. Think of what other demons Eric could summon. Eric's probably like summoning demons up every Friday night and just like chilling.
Doing lines
Play
of
a
coke.
poker.
Yeah, oh man, yeah, absolutely.
Doing lines, playing poker for money.
Sounds like him.
Unsanctioned by the Gaming Commission.
Prize picks.
Run your game. Run your gay.